Auckland Airport, Addison Formation Bravo, time 1027 Zulu, wind 210 at 13, visibility 21, temperature 19, dew point 14, QNH 1008 remarks, no pattern work, no light aircraft accepted at this time, landing runway 23 left. Departing runway 23 left, advise on initial contact, you have information Bravo.
Hey there, Captain. Ready when you are.
Auckland ground, Qantas 4, ready for pushback with information Bravo.
Qantas A320 Super, ready to taxi. Swiss A27 Super, taxi to runway 23 left, contact tower when ready. Taxi to runway 23 left, Swiss A27 Super. Auckland ground, New Zealand 617, ready for pushback with information Bravo. New Zealand 617, pushback approved. Pushback approved, New Zealand 617.
Flight attendants, arm doors for departure.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the captain and crew, welcome aboard this flight. We hope you enjoy flying with us. Before takeoff, we would like to encourage all passengers to watch our cabin crew display the safety features of the aircraft.
Welcome aboard, and thanks for flying with us. We're committed to making your flight safe and comfortable. So before we depart, we'll be showing a brief safety presentation. This information can help you if there's an emergency, so it's important to pay close attention, even if you are a frequent flyer.
All carry-on items should now be stored securely, either in an overhead bin or under the seat in front of you. And all aisles, exits, and bulkhead areas should be clear. Your mobile phones and other electronic devices should be turned off. Once airborne, we'll let you know when you can use approved electronic devices. But note that some items, such as phones, may not be used in flight at any time. You'll find a list of approved electronic devices in the in-flight information section of Sky Magazine. If you're seated at an emergency exit, please review the responsibilities for emergency exit seating on the back of the safety information card, which is in your seat pocket. Are you okay sitting by the emergency exit? If you're unable or prefer not to perform these functions, just let us know, and we'd be happy to find you another seat. As we leave the gate, make sure your seatbelt is fastened. To fasten, insert the metal tip into the buckle and adjust the strap so it's low and tight across your lap. To release the belt, just lift the top of the buckle or press the latch to release. Please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened anytime the seatbelt sign is on.
Auckland ground,
And even if the sign is
Qantas 4,
off,
ready
you
to
should keep your
taxi with
seatbelt
information
fastened
Bravo.
in case we experience unexpected rough air.
Qantas
For
4,
everyone's
taxi
safety,
to runway 23
federal
left,
regulations
contact
require
tower
all
when ready.
passengers to comply with the posted placards and lighted signs
Taxi
located
to
throughout
runway
the cabin,
23 left,
as well as any
Qantas
crew member
4.
instructions. You cannot smoke. I'm so sorry. Smoking is not allowed on any flight, and federal law prohibits tampering with, disabling, or destroying a resting smoke detector. There are 6 exits on this plane, 4 doors, 2 on each side, and 2 window exits over the wing. Each door has a detachable slide that can be used for flotation. Life rafts are located in ceiling compartments at the front and center of the plane. All exits are clearly
Flaps
marked with
1.
an exit sign. However, if there is a loss of power and cabin visibility is reduced, white emergency lights near the floor will lead you to red lights, which indicate an exit. Please take a moment to find the exits closest to you, and remember, they might be behind you. It's unlikely, but if cabin pressure changes, the panels above your seat will open, revealing oxygen masks. If this happens, reach up and pull a mask toward you until the tube is fully extended. Place the mask
Auckland
over your nose
ground,
and
New
mouth.
Zealand
Flip the elastic
617,
strap
ready to
over your
taxi
head
with
and adjust
information
the mask
Bravo.
if necessary. Breathe
New
normally and
Zealand
note that oxygen
617,
is
taxi
flowing.
to runway
So don't
23
worry
left,
if the bag
contact
doesn't
tower
float.
when ready.
Be sure to adjust
Taxi
your
to
own
runway
mask before
23 left,
helping
New
others.
Zealand 617.
A
Auckland
water
ground,
evacuation
Qatari
is also
369 Charlie
unlikely,
X-Ray,
but
ready to
just in
taxi
case,
to runway
life vests
23
are
left
located
with
under your
information
seat in the
Bravo.
economy cabin. If you're seated in the first or business class cabin, the life vests are either
Qatari
between your seat,
369 Charlie
under your
X-Ray,
seat,
taxi
or in a
to runway
compartment
23
under your
left,
armrest.
contact tower
To
when
use,
ready.
pull the tab
Taxi
to
to runway
remove the
23
vest from
left,
its container,
Qatari
and then open the
369 Charlie
pouch.
X-Ray.
Flip the
Auckland ground,
vest over your
Qatari
head.
449
Fasten
Victor
the
Alpha
2
Heavy,
straps
ready
to
for
the front of
pushback
the
with
vest,
information
and then
Bravo.
adjust the straps loosely around your
Qatari
waist.
449
If
Victor
your vest
Alpha
has only
Heavy,
one
pushback
strap,
approved.
wrap it around your waist and attach it to the buckle in front. As you leave the plane, inflate the vest by pulling down on the red tab at the bottom of the vest, or manually
Pushback
inflate
approved.
it by
Qatari
blowing into the
449
tube
Victor
at
Alpha Heavy.
shoulder level. You can activate a light by pulling down on the tab in front. If your vest doesn't have a tab, the light will activate automatically in the water. If necessary, we'll distribute infant life vests or other flotation devices for children who weigh 35 pounds or less. Also, most seat cushions can be used for flotation. Now, before we take off, be sure your seat is upright and locked, your tray table is put away, and all carry-on items are properly stowed. As we come to the cabin for our final safety check, please let us know if you have any questions. And finally, now would be a good time for everyone to review the safety information card, which is in your seat pocket.
Thanks for your attention. Enjoy your flight.
Qatari 369 Charlie X-ray, line up and wait runway 23 left. Line up and wait runway 23 left, Qatari 369 Charlie X-ray. Auckland Tower, New Zealand 617, ready for departure at runway. New Zealand 617, line up and wait runway 23 left. Line up and wait runway 23 left, New Zealand 617. Qatari 369 Charlie X-ray, wind 170 at 12, runway 23 left, cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff, runway 23 left, Qatari 369 Charlie X-ray. Thank you, good day, DHL 32 Hotel Juliet Heavy. Qatari 369 Charlie X-ray, New Zealand 617, wind 170 at 12, runway 23 left, cleared for takeoff, runway 23 left, New Zealand 617. Qatari 449 Victor Alpha Heavy, line up and wait runway 23 left. Line up and wait runway 23 left, Qatari 449 Victor Alpha Heavy.
100 knots. V1, V2. Positive rate. Gear up.
Qatari 449 Victor Alpha Heavy, wind 170 at 12, runway 23 left, cleared for takeoff. Clear. New Zealand 617, contact Auckland approach on 120.1. Contacting Auckland approach on 120.1, New Zealand 617. Auckland approach, New Zealand 617, with you at 1000. New Zealand 617, turn left heading 180. Turn left heading 180, New Zealand 617. Swiss A27 Super, frequency change approved, good day. Frequency change approved, Swiss A27 Super, good day. New Zealand 617, continue as filed. Continue as filed, New Zealand 617. New Zealand 617, frequency change approved, good day. Qatari 3, frequency change approved, New Zealand 617, good day.
Ladies and gentlemen, the seatbelt sign has been switched off. However, for your safety we recommend you keep your seatbelt loosely fastened in case of any unexpected turbulence. Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. For your safety, please return to your seats and fasten your seatbelts.
Queenstown Aerodrome traffic, New Zealand 617 is on right downwind, runway 23. Queenstown Aerodrome traffic, New Zealand 617 is 8 nautical miles to the northeast at 9,400 feet. Inbound for landing, will make right traffic for runway 23. Queenstown Aerodrome traffic, New Zealand 617 is on final, runway 23.
Flaps 3.
Flight attendants, please prepare for landing.
$2,500.
Flaps full. Gear down.
$1,000. $500. $400. $300. $200. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, retard.
For your safety, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign has been switched off. Before leaving the aircraft, please ensure that you have all your personal belongings with you.
Flaps up.
Queenstown Aerodrome traffic, New Zealand 617 is clear of all runways. Queenstown Aerodrome traffic, New Zealand 619 is 17 nautical miles to the northeast at 8,400 feet, inbound for landing, will make right traffic for runway 23.